All right, guys, welcome to W Radio Show. I'm Richie Redneck Pimp, bad man of comedy. As usual, my brother here, the commander.
Hello out there.
We have a fine show lined up for y'all. We
Mm-hmm.
almost a couple seconds late because we were too busy telling jokes and not paying damn attention. That falls on my shoulders right here.
Okay.
But we got y'all remember Vincent? He's here today. Vincent Morales, he's here today. Vinny, the climb, and he's got a special guest with him, and we're going to talk about the Veterans Community Project and a whole other smorgasbord of things. We got a brand new what is it for y'all to identify. As y'all know, if you identify it, it's 100 inches into the mystery box. If you can tell me what this thing is, okay. So hit the like button, hit the share button, hit subscribe if you're watching us on YouTube. We thank you for that. Appreciate it very much. Today we're gonna have a double rant, okay. But before we do that, let's give you the first. What is it? All right, here we go. All right. Well, first rant. Why does it take so long to process paperwork in anything? Immigration, driver's license. Why does it take so long? This is 2023.
Right. They put a man on the moon, for crying out loud. You wouldn't think it would take that long to do paperwork.
They got computers that are so fast. You hit one button, it does everything. Why does it take 10 to 12 years to get paperwork done? A blind monkey in Braille could figure that out in 10 to 12 years. I mean, my goodness.
I know.
Why? Why?
I don't know. I don't know.
Man.
Unbelievable.
Number 2 rant.
Okay, people.
Here we go.
Listen up. It's candy. Okay? It's M&M's. It's candy. It doesn't need to have its own identity. I don't care if it's got long legs, short legs, got boots with stiletto heels, short heels, no heels, sandals, tennis shoes, combat boots. I don't care if it's got false eyelashes, rouge, lipstick, earrings. I don't care. It's an M&M. It's a hard shell candy around soft chocolate, melts in your mouth, not in your hands. Okay? The M&M don't need to know what their identity is. They figured that out over 50 years ago. Oh, please, people, what's wrong with America out here? Come on. It's candy. Okay, thank you very much. I'm off my soapbox.
I don't even want to know what that's about. I'm sure it's good. All right, as usual, we got our other host now. He signed on for another year. He's here with us again. Guys, welcome, Devil Doc. What's up, brother?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hey, doing all right.
Candy's its own identity.
Yeah, candy better have its own damn identity. I mean, it's nothing else but candy.
I know. That's what it is. I know.
It's not a man. It's not a woman. It's not a goat. It's not a chicken. It goes in your mouth. That's it.
That's it. And it's a nightmare for diabetics.
You know,
yes, it is.
Say something about the going in your mouth part, but we're going to leave that alone. We try to be family friendly as close as possible, but we are veterans. All right.
Okay.
Guys, I'm proud to bring him on here. He's been on here before. He's like the reigning, defending champion behind David Scott for the most appearances on the W Radio Show so far. Mm-hmm. He is with the Veterans Community Project. He's one of the higher ups. He's one of the main gurus. He is the guy. The buck stops with him. Maybe we'll ask him. We'll ask him for sure. Guys, welcome back, Vincent Morales. He's here.
Hey, Vincent. Welcome.
Thank you very much for the introduction, Richie, Devil Doc, and Commander. I appreciate you having me back on. I'm not for sure it's because I'm just such an amazing and interesting guest, or you guys are a glutton for punishment. I think it goes a little bit of both.
Could be just because the ratings suck and we're trying to get them up. So bring somebody popular on, you know. All right, and
thank you.
Today he's got a guest with him. I'll let these guys introduce each other to y'all. Here she is. Her name's Carol. Carol, who are you?
I am Carol Valajos. I am a case manager at VCP at the Outreach Center.
At the Outreach Center. All right.
Welcome. She's also a lot more than that. She's being very humble on her introduction. She is one of our outreach case managers. She is a part of a team where the rubber meets the road. That you know, always family friendly, but everybody wants to eat the sausages. Nobody wants to know how it's made. Carol and that team of individuals, they're there taking care of business, making sure our brothers and sisters are being served. So they are on the front lines. And also it's amazing because you don't necessarily associate the Navy with front lines. At least I don't, from an Army perspective. She's very modest in her mother service. She is a Navy veteran as well.
No, well,
Yep.
welcome. We appreciate
Thank
it. We go from 6 to 8, so we're 2 hours, or you could bail out in 10 minutes. It depends on if you're not offended or not. You want to keep going. What we do here, we just get into the main topic, which that'd be you two today, and we ask a few. Well, these two ask you smart questions. I'll ask you something dumb, and then we'll hang around. We'll do dummy of the week. Today in history, pimps, pet, missing persons, trivia. We got a whole bunch of things lined up. First, I want to give a shout out to one of our number one fans, Mr. Dean Cerny. He says, "Hello, fellas. How you doing, brother? Thanks for tuning in to us.
Dean. Hello.
Love to have you as always, man. You're a good guy. Miss BJ Reed, that'll be somebody's wife up here. I won't say who, but and Dean Cerny. Oh, wait a minute. Ding, 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 ding,
ding.
We have a winner to
Woohoo!
the what is it? Already right out of the gate.
Look at there.
Yes, we have to take care of that. Let me pop that back up. We have a winner.
I was
Dean
speaking
Cerny.
out.
He
I
gets a lot of these.
automatically assumed it was Uranus.
No, it
I
kind of looks like an anus.
I thought it was a testicle.
Nope. I know some people thought it was an orange.
I thought it was an
Yeah.
X-ray of my eye.
X-ray your eye. That's a diabetic eye.
Diabetic eye. Yeah,
That dude
all-
going blind.
All them spots and stuff on there.
Well, there you go, Dean Cerny.
All
Good.
right, way to go.
Outstanding, brother. You got that. I'll have to give you your 100 entries. Last year, I gave the box away in November. Dean Cerny broke a record on here for the most entries
Oh,
at
wow.
over 3,000. Over 3,000 entries into the mystery box. And you can get him 100 at a time by picking up the what is it, or I give you 20, 25 for trivia questions. That's a lot of questions Dean answered and got things right. Plus everyone else was there. So we do give a box away. A box is just a bunch of swag donated from people and things. So that's cool.
Cool.
Alyssa, she's here today. She gets potato. No,
That's
my
my
wife gets
wife.
my brain at first. And waiting for a lot of other people to tune in. Dean said, "I'm awake today." Yeah, he missed last week's show, but he's back with us. We love Dean. All right, guys, if you all know who we got sitting here with us, he's become a friend of mine. I've become a friend of his. We met, I think, maybe 2 years ago. I think I brought him on a show, and Vincent, because I met his people at Santa Calagon Day Festival in Independence, Missouri, back in 2017. And I was fascinated by these little houses because I'm a former carpenter, okay. And I was cool. I want to go inside them. And when you walk into a little structure, sometimes you're walking, it just like, wow, it's not what you thought. I didn't have that feeling this time.
Yeah.
I walked in like, wow, this thing's spacious.
Yeah.
And they're not dumb. They condense stoves down to one person. What the hell they need a big ass stove for?
Yeah. Yeah.
And they condense it down to bed and everything. Everything just flowed. And so it fascinated me. So I started talking to some people. And reached out and got hold of Vincent there and another guy. And ever since then, Vincent and I have been friends. I've invited him to Warrior Fest. He gladly accepted that invite. And he's here with us. So Vincent, brother, last time you was here, you talked about things going on. What you guys got going on. So without any further ado, catch us up where you guys at and what's going on. Any fundraisers?
Well, I'd like to, first of all, start off by saying thank you. I feel like we're at a level where I can just call you Redneck Pimp. Are we at that level yet?
Yeah.
All right, Big Pimpin'. So, Big Pimpin', let's kind of catching you up. We had just really an amazing year at Veterans Community Project, capping off 2022 with services rendered in the Kansas City area alone. Over 700 veterans reached directly in excess of around $70,000 to $80,000 in emergency assistance to veterans in their time of need. And that's just from our outreach side alone. We have successfully transitioned last year. I want to say it was exactly 12 veterans into permanent housing. And our staff has grown exponentially. Carol, but I'm going to slip it. I'm going to call her Skittles, and I'll let her tell you why in a little bit there. Having a conversation with Pimpin' and Skittles. It was just an amazing year for Veterans Community Project in Kansas City, as our project is fulfilling out. And on the national expansion side, we've truly set the market and enforced it. We are 60 to 90 days away from housing veterans in our Longmont location, Boulder, Colorado, as well as St. Louis, Missouri. in the history of organization that this is a dream fulfilled truly. First fulfillment of the dream was the tiny homes and getting this off the ground. A bunch of combat veterans with the vision, all gas, no brakes, and never truly expected to the community to rally behind us as they have, and it's just been a blessing to see that reservoir of goodwill toward our brothers and sisters, toward us, towards this country. So that's really been amazing, and reason I really wanted to have Skittles here is because I love Veterans Community Project, and the mission and my purpose has transformed, and I now get the joy of working on our expansion team. So I do not get that daily interaction that I love and miss with our brothers and sisters. And Carol and that team, they get that daily interaction. They have those stories. They have those connections. They know the people by face when they walk in. And that's what makes VCP so amazing. And, just to know that community, when you walk in, that person, their story, what's going on. We humanize everybody to the point to where they're our battle buddies, right? To our left and right, they're our brothers and sisters, and we're going to treat them, as such. So it's really just a blessing to be in that aspect, and truly, and Richie, pimping. I'll go back to you, man. It's efforts such as you all here that got us to where we are. It is efforts such as that will keep us going forward. And it will always allow us to connect to any veteran anywhere that we can, assist. The big issue that we have, and we all know this: knowledge is power, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And in the military, and I think this is for all branches, dissemination of information. If the guy goes down and your supervisor, your superior, your team leader, squad leader goes down, do you know his job, right? Can you do the job and above and below you? And pimping, you're doing the job of all of us, brother, having this, because we're getting the word out, we're spreading the word. So thank you for that opportunity as always.
Well, hey, man, we do our duty here. It ain't just me, Commander and Double Duck. They got a big effort what goes on here too. We don't like to put out information and not back it up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Call me sometime. I'll talk to you. Then when you call me, the guy's subscriber is no longer in service because he's taking a poop or something. No, we want to be able to answer the phone. Okay.
Yes, indeed.
Like this man here. This guy is so into what he does that he got the flag route, and he got people say, well, if you ever need to hang them flags, call me. He calls them, they're busy, or they got, sand in their butthole or something. They can't never help the guy, and, he's a veteran, and it's us veterans got to stick together. And some of our work ethic is different than people now. Okay. We want to get stuff done. And like you hit something that a lot of people don't know. If you go down, do I know your job and can take over? Okay. Military, they teach you to do that. Not in the civilian world.
Yep.
I've seen business shut down because the leaders down, they don't know what to do. They panic. And next thing you know, the break room's on fire and people are assaulting each other. And, the hamburger can't get flipped over. I mean, come on. It's a hamburger. First of all, flip the damn thing. And let's go. But and I've seen that a lot of times.
Oh, it's getting more and more prevalent today with everything. And I mean, it's like, it's not, and I think a lot of it is, it's not that some people don't want to know what's going on. Nobody's taking the time to show them, which is different for us veterans and in the military, because we'll take the time because we know we're not always going to be here, and somebody else is going to have to pick up the torch someday and carry on with it.
This deal right here.
Yeah. But the trouble is finding somebody that's willing to pick the torch up and carry it. There's where we're all running into the problem at. So
and you're like, well, I don't want the responsibility. I don't want responsibility. Just shut up.
Being alive is responsible.
To some people, that's a
yeah.
I'm amazed how some people ain't dead. Okay. I'm serious. Have you guys ever walked down the road looking like, how the hell you living?
Warning labels. That's, I'm telling you right now, that we just messed up with the man upstairs plan. If we let nature take its cause, remove warning labels, I promise you, we'll start to weed those things out. That's horrible, but that's the truth.
It's like our Claymore mines. On the front of it says, towards the enemy. It's printed on there. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's printed. towards the enemy.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah. This way out.
Better pay attention. That's right.
They need to stop putting stickers on that stuff because somebody's put a sticker on the backside because veterans would like to goof around too, right?
Yeah, I know that's right.
So they just need to engrave it in there, like, okay.
The first
away
few were a
from
sticker.
Me. He says, okay, so you turn this way. Oh, this is away from me. So it must sit like this. You look at my.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Totally get it.
Yeah, never mind. Well, so, guys, I appreciate what you guys
Yes.
do.
Oh, it's fantastic.
These little houses. Give me. I don't know how much house for you can go into the finance department about this question, but what does it cost to build an average house for a veteran? Well, not really for a veteran, for you. Yeah.
For us. So I can tell you that as our project has grown, the market fluctuates, which is a given.
Yeah.
Truly, if you yourself or somebody that was not affiliated with Veterans Community Project were to build these houses to the standard that we build them in, I would probably say you're looking around 80 to 90K. Our entry into, if you'd like to sponsor a house, I know everybody out there is listening, but if they're interested in sponsoring a house individually, depending on the market and kind of where we're at that time, it's usually around 50K to sponsor a house.
Wow. Okay.
And that truly fluctuates in every market because of our in-kind partnership. So I can tell you, in our Kansas City build, the first build, where we originated at, that number was lower due to all the in-kind. Our mini splits that heat and cool the house was all in-kind. So that dramatically takes our overall cost down, our capital cost. But we turn around and put all of those dollars saved back into quality. Yes, the next build. And also truly, and Carol can truly speak to this, our case management ratio. And, we have an astronomically low ratio. For those that don't know, most of your federally funded programs, they are about a 1 to 50, 1 to 60 ratio. So one Carol, one Skittle gets to cover 50 individuals. So that may allow for an hour, maybe two, a month. And you can see there was actually maybe, and that's the whole nine. Check the block, write the check, see you next month. What Veterans Community Project has done.
You hear that? Yeah. You hear how quick that was?
Yeah, that was quick.
It didn't take you 10 to 12 years. Yeah.
Hey, it's unfortunately the nature of the beast, brother. That was the reason we're starting this, and we bringing on like-minded individuals. Like I said, so Carol I really would like her to hit on that from personal experience. But our residential program, we're at a 1 to 8, 1 to 10 ratio. Even on our outreach side, which, as I said, where Carol is at, where the rubber meets the road. Carol, what's your average caseload right about now?
Changes every week, so it's between 8 and 10.
Still astronomically low.
And what's your retention rate?
So we have in our residential program, and I guess we're speaking directly on residential and our success, an 85 success, permanently housed success ratio.
Oh, wow,
that's great.
Yeah, that's
85.
85.
Awesome.
Wow.
The national average is about 30. So we are by any means, I'm Army and a 12 Bravo. So if you don't know what that is, remember the Claymore front towards enemy.
Yeah.
That was my job. So that tells you how enlightened I am. But truly to double that average, it's because of the veterans in our program understand that it is about them, and they are investing in themselves, and they are giving back to the veteran community, and they are paying by adhering to their case management program, by setting their own goals and achieving those goals. And we are just there to support them and facilitate that in any way possible.
And you have to also realize, I just want to say that I come from a background of not working with a veteran. I've worked for shelters. And you got to realize most shelters, you have to be at the most 90 days. At VCP, every person is individualized. We may have a guy in there for a month. We may have a guy in there for 12 months. We may have a guy in there for 18 months. It's geared to each person individually, and there's no timetable. So for a veteran who has PTSD and he's got a lot of stuff going on, knowing that he's not on a timetable, he's got to check a box, that people are making an investment in him, that goes a long, long way.
Yeah,
it does. I got one more question before I let the commander and Double Doc ask some questions here. I had a gentleman, he watches the show, but he don't comment. He's one of the guys that he got PTSD so bad he don't want to comment. He loves watching us, but he just,
Yeah.
you know.
It just-
But his question to me was this: what's your policy on service dogs, and do you allow them or do you not allow them?
We allow them.
Carol, do you want to take this or do you want me to give
So
it?
just let you know, we do allow them, and we do. As a matter of fact, today at the front desk, one of my coworkers brought her dog. We have dogs all over the place. We are extremely, extremely animal friendly, especially dogs.
Nice.
okay.
So when Veterans Community Project, as I said, I kind of give the humble origins. Group of combat veterans came together and said, "We're tired of this. We're going to fix this." So disruptive models, right? They either
Right.
succeed or they fail. We noted this is crazy, right? Let's actually listen to the people that we're serving to understand what some of the challenges are. So one thing that was deterring people from, exercising permanent housing solutions was their animal, because you cannot go to a shelter with an animal.
Right.
Right. Yeah, they don't.
So many
they don't
veterans on the I met so many veterans on the street. Hey, I got you tonight. We'll get you into a shelter, into our program. Okay, but I need to leave my whether it's a service animal or a companion animal. I need you to leave them behind for a couple of days until I can get the paperwork. Remember the conversation about the paperwork? I got this one paperwork that you brought up, and now it's going to take me a while to figure it out. I need you to board. You have no income. I need you to board your dog for 5 days so I can get you to permanent housing. Not going to happen.
Yeah.
So pet friendly. If it's a hippopotamus, oh, we love them. We actually have 4 or 5 hippopotamuses in the villages right now.
We have walk-in showers in all of our tiny homes. They might fit. So
And
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you show hippopotamus so fine for it. Alligator, well, that's a little. They're a little aggressive. Okay, they might have to take a class or something how to behave an alligator. But yeah.
But I just want to emphasize on the animals. Before I came to VCP, I was a street outreach worker, and I would go to the camps. Majority of the camps I know of were our veterans, and one of the main reasons that they will not come in is they will not give up that animal.
Right.
Will
yeah,
not.
that's very important.
Me personally, I don't think they should. And that's one of my. I'm very vocal, especially when it comes to the veterans in this community. They've done their time, and the least that we can do is accept it. And we just had a gentleman this week that he was out in the cold, and we're going to do a housing assessment, but he can't go to a shelter. He can't. And look, it's going to snow tonight. He can't go into a shelter because he has a service dog. Let's think about what I just said. Someone who's given his life for this country.
Mhm.
I cannot let him be warm tonight because he has a service dog. I have a problem with that.
Yeah.
That's
a big problem.
We do too, because that service dog
Mhm.
might help that person not to get out of control.
That's
Correct.
right.
I mean, because people with different disabilities, like me example, I'm overly aggressive.
Yep.
If I'm on medication, I'll be in jail. Okay, I don't do the situation very well. If I got a dog keeps me calm
Mhm.
and save you money of me tearing shit up, why not just let me have the dog in there? Everybody's fine. I'm a jovial guy,
Yeah.
Why not? People don't understand veteran plights. They don't.
Yeah.
You hear people all the time, oh, we love veterans. We help you out. How? How are you helping? It ain't just about donating money. That's great. But how?
Mhm.
The kind word? No, I ain't heard nothing. I helped you put up flag routes. What are you doing?
Yeah.
And not to get political, but our government, if we don't help ourselves, the government's not
You
going.
ain't gonna get no help.
No.
Yeah. Veterans got to look out for veterans.
And I'm talking
that's just
state
the way
and
it
local.
is.
I'm talking about
Yeah.
federal and local government.
All the
okay?
way
All the
up.
way around.
I mean,
Yeah.
they preach a good talk in people in office.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
I had an idea one time to help cut back on veteran obesity, which is I did a show on it one time. It's astronomically high. You wouldn't believe how many veterans are overweight. Okay.
Mhm.
Me too. But I'm getting under control now. I've done all 7 pounds. Woo, yeah, good day. And I asked him, I said, you know what? Instead of giving me all this medicine, why don't you give me a month's subscription to a gym, okay, with a battle buddy, is what we call them, or a friend who would motivate you, right? And let me lose the weight on the machines. Let me do it naturally. Like, well, that costs too much. You're spending billions of dollars on medication. How's it going to cost so much?
Yeah.
And some of
Planet
these gyms,
Planet
somebody's-
Fitness is only $10 a month.
and to some veterans, they cut it in half, so it's $5.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I'll drive myself. I don't need you to shuttle me. And they said, "Oh no, that's no." I said, "No, it's too simple.
Yeah.
That's why you're mad. It's too simple. Some big fat redneck, 6 foot tall, come up with the idea. No, we don't want that. Somebody else said, you know what? Let's do that.
Because Big Pharma would lose money.
Lose money rapidly. Rapidly.
Yeah.
You know how much hoops I had to jump through the VA? They wanted to give me the surgery. I said, no, I don't want the surgery. They said, well, no big deal. You never be able to drink again, eat hot food again, eat anything spicy or barbecue. I'm like, you can just shut up.
Yeah.
I don't want none of that. I'll cut back portions.
That's all my major food groups.
Yeah, if I can't eat a hot pepper, we're gonna have some problems. There's gonna be some consequences and some repercussions up in here. Okay. I said, what else you got? He said, well, we got some high octane pills. I said, there you go. I'll take them and I'll run a little bit. I almost cussed. I'll get on the treadmill and do stuff. But there's so much tape to jump through because, like you said, Big Pharma, you guys are examples of veterans getting in the trenches and getting shit done.
Yeah.
And
And
I know we're
that's
trying to
just
work on language on here, but
that's
just the truth. It's just God's
the
honest
way
truth.
it is.
I mean, you guys are, we'll just say, I'm up, he sees me, I'm down. I'm up. And when you run, that's the way you guys are. I'm up, he sees me, I'm down. You don't need me no more. You got it, brother. Go on, or sister, go on where you're going. I love you guys. I share out everything I see Veterans Community Project. I always share it out all the time. I always do. Always do. My dream goal would be to come in there to one of you guys' facilities, put on a comedy show. I got the comedians, okay, and Doc knows we'll have you in stitches, okay. I light into one of my impressions for you and make you guys help make some money. And I wouldn't ask a dime to do it. Just come in there and help raise some money for you guys. That'd be my dream, just to do that for you guys. I really would.
Yeah. So I can tell you that let's talk offline, brother, because we have the facility for it. We have the ability to accomplish that. I think that's it said in the very beginning. If you're laughing, you're not crying.
You're laughing, you ain't crying.
Yeah, exactly.
And yes, while to the outside world, the veteran community, not Veterans Community Project, but the veteran community, we have a very morbid and dark sense of humor. I think we all, if you get it, you get it.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a form of therapy, sitting around, being able to have these conversations. And it's truly one of the pillars of our program, how we measure success with our veterans, but that network of support. You were hitting on Planet Fitness, 100%. But what really that driving factor is the fact that now I have somebody to be accountable to. Somebody on my backside, hey, are you going? It doesn't have to be like back in the military. I don't have to be Sergeant Morales. It can be just,
right.
You can just be like, hey, we're going to the gym today. Now I got somebody to go to the gym with me, whether it's positive or negative. I got somebody to be accountable for, and vice versa. And next thing you know, we're making gains together as a community. So that's the beauty of it.
And next thing you know, our veterans are healthy again and getting off all that medication, living their lives. Next thing you know, they don't need to live in a small house. They can go get their own damn house because they got a job and they're healthy and stuff. Because they got news for people think veterans want to live off the government tit. Well, I'm here to tell you. No. That's not the way we're wired.
No.
Okay. I thank you for the assistance. It's the least you can do, but I don't know. Let me do it for me.
So let me just tell you. So where I work at the outreach center, and I'm working with veterans that are coming in that are behind on their rent and the utilities. And let me tell you, I basically have to. They sometimes are behind a couple of months because of medical, whatever, and I basically have to beg them to say, "This is yours. You're entitled to this." But the one thing that the approach that I'm taking, because a lot of them, I don't want any help because that's how our DNA. I help you, but I don't help me. I'll save everybody. I won't save myself.
Yeah.
So the first thing that I tell them is, let me explain something to you. I'm not affiliated with the VA. We work with them, but I don't work for the VA. Let me explain something to you real quick. The reason why you're here is a bunch of guys that were veterans got together and wanted to get away from the bullshit and the red tape. These guys started this, so someone's got your back. I am telling you, as a veteran, sitting in front of you, I got your back. What do you need from me to help you to stand up again? Mm-hmm. That's why we're here.
Yeah, there you go.
What is that going to take? And like today, this guy has a lot going on. And when I told him to his face, I got your back, he broke down and cried. He says, you know how long as I've heard someone say that to me was when I left the military.
Yeah.
I said, well, you know what? I got your back. What else do you need? What else do you do? Because you're not leaving here because I got your back. And you're down, I need to pick you back up. So what is it going to take for me to get you back up, strap on, and let's go?
You know, it's a good feeling for a veteran to know that somebody's got his six
Yep.
covered.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You
Yes.
know, got to have that six covered. How is the trust situation with these veterans coming in that you're helping out? I know that for years, the wife and I and our daughter, we volunteered down at Kansas City Rescue Mission at 17th and Cherry.
Mhm.
Okay. I know
Mhm.
y'all are aware of that place down there. Okay. And
Mhm.
a lot of clients come through down there to get their evening meal. If they're lucky, they got $1, they can have a bunk for the night. You know, if not, then they're given a sack lunch and they're back out on the street for the night.
Right.
A lot of those veterans that come through down there, I would visit with those guys, and they didn't want to seek anything because they got burnt so bad by the government that they didn't trust anybody, and we'd head back out to their little tent city. So how are you overcoming this trust to build that relationship with these veterans that have that issue out there?
Well, first of all, the first thing I right up to what I say to them, I'm not a civilian.
Yeah.
I'm not a civilian. So, and I tell them right up front, let me explain something. I'm an open book and I will tell you everything in my life. I'm deal with the VA. I'm having all kinds of problems. I know what you're going through. I have a
Mhm.
daughter that's a wounded vet. I know exactly. I can walk the walk and talk the talk.
There you
I
go.
totally understand that. And you know what? And I had the conversation with somebody because I've been doing outreach for 15 years. I worked on the streets of Seattle and came here. And I said, I don't go right up to him like, are you a veteran? I started off with, what do you need? When someone comes into VCP,
Mhm.
I ask them, I say, hey, when I ask them for their ID, they ask me, why are you asking for my ID? I say, I want to see how bad the VA took your picture. That's all I want to see.
Yeah. Yeah.
They need a new camera. They start joking. What branch of service? Did they say Army? I said, sorry to hear that. If they say I
Yeah.
was a Marine, if you were the Marine, I was your Uber driver. That boom. And then they know that you know what they're talking about. We
Yeah.
speak the same language. And I'm like, what can I help you with?
From
Well, I don't know what services you can help. I'm like, all right, well, come on, let's go in here and talk. Start talking about their military service. Now we're at even playing field.
There you go.
No, I'm even. What do you need? Well, I'm like, look, you came in here. Let me explain something. Again, you're in a safe place. This place was started by veterans, run by veterans. I got your back. But if you don't tell me, I can't. Are you hungry? Let me go get you something to eat. Do you have some food? Let me give you a food box.
What do you got?
Yeah, yeah.
Start.
Exactly.
You just start. I start chipping away. It may not take the first time. May not take the second time. I've got a guy that's living down by the river in a tent. He's a veteran. It took me 7 months for him to come down to VCP.
I'm not a bit surprised. You're lucky you got him in 7
I was gonna
months.
say that's kind of early. Good job.
But for me, the reason why is I kept going when I was working for a prior company. I kept going every week. What do you need? He goes, well, I need coffee. Here's your coffee. I need cat food. Here's your cat food. Then he finally said to me, he goes, are you going to ask me my name? You know, mine's Skittles. If you want to give me your name, so be it. I don't write, and I never took a piece of paper. I never asked for your date of birth or your social or your name. If you want to give it to me, we're great. So it's just building that trust. The reason why I'm called Skittles is because I always change my hair. This is my business card. It's easier to remember by my crazy hair. It's just easier. And I used to write my phone number and on a package of Skittles. Easier for them to remember. But I don't automatically go up and say, are you veteran? What can you do? What do you want? It's little by little. And that's what we do at BCP. Tell me your story. Right? The simple words is, you're safe. We're veterans in here. What can I help you with? And that's it. And if he doesn't want to tell me, that's okay. But and I tell them, you're not, because Vinny will know me, you're not leaving here without anything in your hands. You're not leaving empty-handed with me.
Yeah,
And
there you go.
the beautiful part about our program is that everybody has something to give. Her approach is, I have a more proactive approach, explaining. For some reason, all of us, when we say the name veteran is in our title, right, we automatically assume that we are affiliated and or funded by the VA.
Yeah, right. That's the first thing that flies out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got to break that connection in there somewhere, because if they hear VA, that they're gone, man. They have boogied on down the road. And
So there's this is what's worked for me and some of connecting with individuals. explaining to them that I don't have to serve you. I am not the VA, and I'll explain to you why I'm not the VA. You can walk out that door with no assistance on your own choosing, and I won't stop you. And you can also come back in that door, showing respect, understanding that we want to help you. Like that is our passion, is to get you right, to get this community that dedicated so much of their life, wrote that blank check, get us all on the same page. But if you come in here, and we've seen that, right? Thinking that we're affiliated with the VA, I don't have to do a damn thing. I want to do this. I want to get you scored. I want to see.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
exactly
delineation that for me, that's always worked. But Carol hit the nail on the head. It's that outreach saturation. It's that presence in the community, knowing that we're going to be there with a package of lickies and chewies, right? All those good things, knowing that I'm going to be there. And pimping and Commander, you guys hit it on the head. 7 months. That is moving pretty fast.
That was awesome. Yeah. Now I think the first time I learned about these miniature homes. Okay. It was probably 3 years ago. I've lost track of time because I was down sick for a while and everything. So I lose track of time. So it might've been 4 years ago. There was an article in the VFW magazine and there was a big write-up in the Kansas City paper.
Right. Yeah.
And that's when I first I thought, this is absolutely awesome. This is what the veterans need. And it's been in my prayers that this would have take off like a rocket sled on rails. And it looks to me like you all have done a phenomenal job on making this a go with other veterans joining in.
And other states.
Yeah. And other states. Yeah. Not just here, but this was just a write up in the Kansas City area, in that area. And it was a nice article. Matter of fact, I may have that VFW magazine at home somewhere buried because I was so impressed with the write up in there that I kept it. Okay. So, yeah. So I salute you all. I mean, the phenomenal job that you're doing to help our the brothers and sisters out there. And it's just great.
And I just want to let you know, in the outreach center in itself, since I started, our numbers were slow. I just want to let you know, I think it was last week in video, I might be wrong, but I think last week we saw almost 200. Well, last week we saw 120 or 130 veterans in 1 week.
Wow. Whoa. That's and you just scratched it. You just scratched the ones that are out there. Yeah.
And that's not all the phone calls. That's not all the phone calls. That's just people popping in. I actually did something. We did something. We actually served doing something. Again, not the phone calls and the walk-ins. We did 130 in 1 week.
And those are probably veterans been working on this deal for 2 or 3 years in their mind, and then finally did it. Okay.
Yeah.
We might be 10% of the population, but it's harder because we don't know where we are.
Yeah. Correct.
Like only got told one time, took census. He goes, well, there's 19 million veterans, but 12 of you are active. I said, but how do you know?
Yeah.
There's so many homeless veterans. How can you count them? No,
exactly. You can't count the homeless ones out there.
I think it's a little,
Yeah.
And okay, we do a lot on here for suicide prevention. Okay, you see my shirt and everything like that. We preach it every closing show that we do.
That's right.
Double Doc and I do it on our other network we're on too. Every time we do something, it's 22 a day. Don't be the 22 days. I've read now it's gone up.
It's almost 30.
It's almost 30 is what they're saying.
It's almost
as soon as
30.
that officially comes out, I have to change my shirt.
30 veterans a day is crazy.
Yeah, we are the leading suicide amongst all of them.
Yep.
All of them. And this is kind of what do you guys offer as far as suicide prevention? And if someone does happen to commit suicide, what do you do to offer friends?
Carol, would you like to take it?
Hey, Doc, Double Doc, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, brother, if you had a question.
No, I'm sorry.
I'll wait.
So since in the last 2 weeks, and this is a conversation that I had today, I just want to let you know that the suicide rate is up. In the last 2 weeks, I've taken 5 suicidal calls from veterans.
Okay.
I had one guy that basically somehow he called the VA and they transferred to us. Okay. Answered the call, 45 minutes to an hour. He's like, you don't understand. I'm the one who drove the truck. I'm the one that gave the soldiers the bullets. I'm the one. And I said, I understand that, but that was your job, not as a human would you do it. So my background is I've done suicide preventions and I know how to ask certain questions. I had a veteran come in. We've had a veteran come in that's been suicidal. So the uptick is up. I don't understand. I think we're starting to get more because they've heard about us and they know we're veterans and that we might get them.
Hey,
Right.
that's a good thing.
Yeah.
You know
can
what I mean?
understand.
I think
Yeah.
that we
Hey, come
to
on.
talk to a civilian, if I called someone and said, look, you don't understand, I drove a truck with bullets and I gave them to put someone that's gone. If you called let's be honest, a civilian, they'll be like, well, what's it? And you know what I mean? They wouldn't know how to respond.
Or they try to fix it.
Yeah.
Right.
The Devil Dog has when he closes out every time he says something, when he closes out, he's got a beautiful saying. He says, if a veteran calls you going to commit suicide, don't try to fix the problem. Right. Listen to the problem. That's one of the things the Devil Dog says. I just love when he says it. Listen to him. Don't try to fix it. You know, you're not building a house here. The house already built.
Well, another one of the problems is you call the suicide prevention line at the number that the VA gives out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the first thing they're going to do if they don't get them transferred to someone like you, Skittle. Okay, then what happens is you've got somebody who is maybe in their late 20s or early 30s that's gone to college to be a psychiatrist, and they don't have a clue. Nope. They can't relate to a veteran. No. Only a veteran can relate to a veteran. Right. I mean, we may not have served together at the same time. I know we all served in different branches, but I can tell you we all ate the same dirt. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, and only another veteran understands that. Mm-hmm. And that's what's beautiful about you, Skittles, being in this position, being a veteran, you can relate where somebody else may not be able to. You know what I'm saying?
And we have good girls that work there, but like I said, and the girls that I work with are amazing. They're like, hey, can you go take the call or can you go talk to them? And like I said, we speak the same language. And I was talking to someone today. I was talking to one of our directors, and I'm like, I'm starting to see an uptick. So for me, in my analytical brain or whatever, my thing especially with this community, who, by the way, I have a daughter who's a wounded veteran who put herself in the middle of I-70 and wanted to end her life. So for me, it's like, well, why did they get to that point?
Yeah.
Why did they get to that point?
Yeah, we've covered that a lot. And I'll tell you something, the news, our government, you know, there's a stigma.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My phone ring here. Cut it off. There's a stigma.
Yep.
When you're a veteran, a lot of people don't want to admit it, but they look at you differently.
Yes.
Okay. They either think one, you're unstable.
Correct.
Okay. And maybe we are. Okay.
Who knows?
Or they, you know, they're all gun-toting crazies. No, that's not quite true either. No. You know, they all own hand grenades. Well, I don't own a grenade at all. I can make one.
Yeah, I can do it. I don't need one.
But I don't need one. I don't want one. Okay, because I know me. I'm a redneck. I'll play with it. I'll blow up a car or something.
I can go dig underneath your kitchen sink and build a bomb.
Yeah.
You know?
So, and there's a stigma. And there's also stigma. People think, well, veterans just want to live hand to hand.
Yeah.
You know, people give them stuff. Again, that's not, people don't take the time to do a quick Google search. Okay. And they want to bring their feels in, or they start blaming. You know, the government will put you in that position. Shame on the government. They want to tell you this when they're talking to you on the phone. No, because if someone's committing suicide and now you're talking bad about their government, they're going to think, well, there's no reason for me to be around. My government hates me. That's no. Keep your feelings out of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let them vent. There's nothing wrong with them venting. We had a guy on here, 3-4 years ago. Okay, his name was Stan. Great fan of the show, loved us. He watched us like Dean watches on there. Right. One day during the show, he said, "Guys, I can't go on no more. I've had all I can do." Okay, and if you deal with suicide, that's one of the sayings right there that you need to trigger you. Okay.
Yep.
We took our script, and as you see, I got a script. Okay, we go by. Doc and I, Commander, go by script. We stopped it. We threw it out. We turned all our attention to him. The viewers come up, Dean Cerny, Josh, and a bunch of them came up and started giving him love. Say, Stan, we love you, man. We love you. Hey, he didn't. We talked him out of it. Okay. 3 months later, he passed away from a bad heart. So we added 3 more months to his life, I believe, right? Tragically. His wife, who was also a fan, came on and says, "Guys, I don't want a handout. I just need a little help. I've got a job now. I just need something to get me to, and then I'll take care of everything myself. Okay, is there any way you can help me? I said, well, let's do this. So Justin Snodgrass, used to be with us on here, he contacted a bunch of people. We did a 12-hour marathon for her to raise money.
Yeah.
And we got to the end of that 12-hour marathon, and we were still a little bit short. One of our bands who play with Warrior Festivals and everything called him and said, how much more does she need? And we put them in contact with each other, and they made her goal. She was very thankful. And she watches us from periodic time to time when she's not working. Okay. I've seen it because, we were going to shut the show down. I didn't feel like we were helping anybody. We had 1 or 2 viewers, come to find out people can't watch us live at dinner time. They come back and watch us during the week.
Right.
The numbers grow.
Yeah.
But we were getting down. That right there showed the power.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What we can do, what you can do, and it was just after that, we go. If there's a way, him and I they shut the computers off in town and internet, and we didn't know about it. No internet. I'm thinking, what the hell's going on? I got on my phone, we put it up here, and we had a guy from another network host for us, just so we could put on a show. So that's how bad it got.
Adapt and overcome.
We adapt and overcome. That's right. And we see you guys remind me. Vincent reminds me the same way. Man, when I met him, first of all, he don't talk gibberish, and he's not counterfeit. You can tell a lot. Us veterans, we also have an innate ability to see through somebody. We see if somebody's completely full of shit or not. Okay, people have stolen valor and all that. And women might get tricked by a man, but when a woman's completely full of crap. Okay, women can see right through another woman's bulldog ass quickly. Okay,
all right.
And I didn't sense that with Vincent, and I loved him since I met him, man. I'm not talking, rub his bald head love. I mean, I just love the guy. Every minute, and he showed his authentic.
Hey, what's wrong with a bald head?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I'm just not going to rub his.
Declare, double dot. Declare.
I mean, we can put our bald heads together for you, and you can rub on both of our heads. I think
No.
to happen for you. We're here for
You know
you.
what? But you know what? At least will be a verse of he's white, you're Mexican, I'm Indian, so
I'm trying to catch up with you, double dot. I'm trying.
he's trying. I don't want to take my hat off because I look like a cancer patient, so I got problems. I cleared that joke with him, by the way. Double Dog's got cancer.
Scalped.
So I cleared it with him. Yeah, I'm so bad at growing beard. I'm so bad at growing hair. This is 9 years. This beard has 9 years of growth. That's it. My face looks like, it's like I got hit by batter acid. Okay, that's how bad I'm just terrible growing hair. That's probably because of the Indian in me. But let's take a break for a second from you guys. We'll come back to y'all.
Yep.
And let's continue on here. Let's get
Catch some of our goodies here.
let's do some of our funny memes.
Okay, here we go.
All right, Vincent. How do you say ratchet strap?
Ratchet strap.
You've been saying it wrong all your life.
Yep.
I got proof.
Okay. Yeah, I'm lost.
Ratchet
That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. I like that.
I'm asking you, please, to start saying it correctly.
I
No
will,
one will ever know.
I
No
will,
one will ever know.
will rat shit that down. It ain't going nowhere.
That ain't going nowhere.
We had one. What was it?
And these people are voting.
Yeah, these people are three shows ago. We had it showed a guy he wrecked, but he strapped it so good his load was still intact. But
Yeah,
I was all mangled up.
He didn't spill a drop.
Nope, I like it.
That was great.
He could open a class of how to rat shit traps.
Here's just a question for you. Time and service. How many of you have seen rat shit straps destroy the most educated of officers and or NCOs?
And it's always a second lieutenant.
Oh, yes.
Always a second lieutenant.
Yes.
You know we see it.
I've always wondered why the military thought there was a need for second lieutenant.
I never figured that out. Warrant officers are smarter than they are. Okay?
Yeah.
I think a warrant officer.
Well, that's because they had to be an E5 before they could even go to warrant officer school. So there we go.
Man,
Yeah.
And don't give a second lieutenant a map. I got to tell you guys a story
go
here.
ahead.
Real
Or an
quick,
ensign.
real fast. Okay, we were on maneuvers in Germany on reforger training. Okay, just before I got out of the service. It was the first time the 101st had been back to Germany since the end of World War II. They did not like our patch. They really hated it. Anyway, we were in a convoy, and we'd been driving, and pretty soon the convoy stopped. Okay. One of the guys in my platoon looked over and says, "Hey, Sarge, where are we? What's going on? Where are we?" And I said, "How do I know? I'm sitting in the back of a deuce and a half with you with the canvas over the top of it." So anyway, I get up I pull the flap back. I look out over the cab, get my binoculars, and look way down at the head of the column. There are 6 officers trying to unfold their maps on top of the hood of a Jeep. I just turned around, sat down. I said, guys, we're lost. We are lost. Okay.
All right.
Enough for the war story.
I have DNA evidence.
Uh-oh.
DNA evidence of the oldest Karen on record.
Uh-oh.
Say hello. That ain't right. All right, Vincent, you're a very intelligent man.
She was
I wanna
pretty,
rack-
she was pretty upset, man. What was her issue? Like, what was her whole issue? You think about it, like going back down that road. Like, what was she mad about?
It was something Toto and pies or some shit.
Yeah.
Oops, I cussed. Damn.
The internet wasn't working back in that day. She's pissed.
She had gotten Toto taken away from Dorothy, and she was heading down the road with that little doggy in her.
Your
back.
little doggy ate one of my pies in the window. Ooh.
It's a
All right.
vicious animal. It bit me. Oh,
Yeah. Okay, you're a very intelligent man, Vincent.
Yes.
I want to show you a picture, and and anybody else out there, comment yes in the comments when you see it. Okay. When you see it, I'm not gonna tell you what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Stay that picture well.
Yep.
You can answer. You can answer. You don't have to comment. Everybody else comment in the comment section, please. When you
So
see it.
you want me to answer, or do you want me to say yes when I see
Yeah,
it?
you can go ahead. You can go ahead and answer.
I mean, there legitimately are. Like, I'm trying to figure out if he's Cyclops because of his eye pro there. I don't think that's designated eye pro whatsoever.
Oh.
Let's see there. We're looking at some really great trigger, some really good trigger safety there. That's the unique way to hold that.
yeah.
Well, those optics right there, I don't think that those line up with those iron sights. That's
That's
bad.
right. That's the main thing. Yeah.
There
That's the main thing.
are so many things wrong with that there. I'm just kind of confused on exactly what he has going on there.
The safest place for him is in front of him. he ain't shooting shit. Okay. I run up on him. I'm
He's
a
shooting
bad guy.
behind
I'm
him.
like, if I run up on him, I'm a bad guy. I'm like, oh, I'm safe around this guy. He can't do nothing. He does. He butt strokes me with him.
I'm
Something.
standing in front of him.
All right, ladies, be careful what you say. Yesterday, a creep told me he loved my long hair, so I cut it off. Somebody else says I love your neck. So, you gonna cut his throat now? Yeah.
That's the sister to the cop that's been doing everything.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, hang on. I gotta play you one sister. All right, Carol. I don't know if you ever heard this lady. Here, Devil, he can't sit still. Play this.
We tried to reach out to the man who died in this pursuit. They were unavailable for comment. Micah, back to you.
Hey, I got a whole family tree. Ask the boys.
You got to play the other
yeah,
sister
yeah,
once you do
yeah.
that one. Once you play that one, you got
I'll
to
get
play
to it
the
in a
sister.
second. I'll play the sister in just a second. Though.
Gotta do the sister and the brother.
And oh yeah, the brother too. Yeah.
I mean,
Okay,
but
tell
to
me
be
this
honest,
picture.
though, like, let's just be honest. When you're reaching out to somebody who's deceased and they don't return your calls, it's kind of perturbing. Wouldn't you agree? It's like, why am I wasting my time reaching out to this person who's no longer here? They're just
Just
being
trying to
rude.
find out
I
where they
wonder-
bury their survivors.
It's like thank God, thank God.
I wonder if they're mad at me.
hey, did somebody silence their phone? Yeah,
Yeah.
forever. They ain't coming back. Okay, tell me this photo here. No way, maybe, or kind of cool.
I think it's kind of cool, and I've already said that.
Look at Vincent. He's like,
I mean, I'll be honest. Like, I think that's totally normal. I grew up in the city, so like, I don't think anything wrong with that whatsoever. It's kind of normal. And if you put it down and you put an ice cube in front of it or an ice block, you got your air
It'd be
conditioning.
like the old swamp.
Yeah, you got a
coolers.
swamp cooler.
and they built that. They built
Look at
that and
what's
then
coming out
painted.
the window, so you know they're probably stealing a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah.
And they painted around that because you can see the paint drip down on the fan. They ain't putting a real one in there. That's it. That's what they're working with. And I bet you can rent that room for about $300 a month.
I bet you can.
Yeah.
But them fans do work good. I understand why they put it up there.
And
You know what?
out
What's
of the wall first.
amazing about this as well is that
I want to know if they
Yes.
took it out of the wall first. Look at the hole in the fucking wall.
Yeah.
I want to know if you
Oh,
got
yeah.
Yeah.
I lived in some ghetto places.
No, that's not ghetto at all. No, that ain't even redneck. That's like,
That's
I wouldn't say lazy because you know how much effort they had to put to wire that.
That looks like a pair of Dickies over the window.
that's high class Arkansas stuff there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir. I'm telling you.
Here's a cool picture of some of the footage from Mars, from the Mars. Kind of cool.
Looks like South Missouri.
Need a little,
Looks like Arizona.
need a little rain.
Yeah.
Need a little rain. You know?
Just a little bit.
It's like
Vincent,
Fort Irwin.
tell me if this is too soon.
Okay.
I say no.
Possibly Blake's.
No. You know what? I actually think that mag belongs in that prior meme with that DEA agent.
Yeah, there you go.
That mag, and there's nothing,
Yeah,
that mag,
that's where it belongs.
you're knocking back the 500-meter target every time. Every time.
We all do. Yes.
All right,
good.
now we'll get to some. All right, I got to play you one of the sister to that.
To the reporter.
You're in for a treat.
Yes, you are.
Or wait a minute, she's up here. She,
Hang on.
All right, ready?
Brace yourself.
we go.
You got to read this one. This ain't listen. This is reading.
Oh,
If it wasn't for the nice man who discovered electricity, we'd be watching television by candlelight.
Oh my god.
That's the sister. That I got a.
Here's the
brother
next
somewhere.
sister.
Where's that brother?
But tell me if I'm wrong about like that fan picture as well as that. These are things that I can say that I have actually witnessed to taking place downrange.
Yeah.
Like,
Or they need to take place downrange.
while we're sitting here in the civilized world and we're doing this over our electricity and all these great things, like I don't think it's beneath any of us in here to have did the exact same thing with that fan in some way to get some type of cool breeze. And you know, everyone, 12 guys are sitting around a 10-inch screen watching a DVD player by candlelight. Like, that's actually quite norm for our demographic.
Yeah, I'm gonna play. Now I'm gonna play the brother. Okay, then we'll tell you what all these people have in common.
A baby was born in Alabama yesterday with the same birthday as both of its parents. Many are calling it a miracle that a pair of twins was able to give birth to a healthy baby.
Because I'm still trying to process that.
That's what we did.
Yeah.
He said it's a miracle that twins can give birth to a healthy baby. No, it's not. That happens all the time. What the hell's wrong with the guy? What they all have in common? They're all voting in elections.
Yeah.
That's what they have in common.
You forgot the main one, the deer.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. This is 3 minutes and 47 seconds.
And what about the other twin that about the roaches and you know?
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let me do the roaches first.
Yeah. You got this one here. Yeah.
All right. I apologize ahead of time.
We have a whole.
Crickets in my house. I don't know why. I've never had a cricket problem before, but I looked it up, and apparently it's really bad luck to kick them out of your house. Like, you're not supposed to kick them out of your house, but like, what am I supposed to do? Like, let you stay here? Now there's like 36 crickets running around because I did kick out one, and let me tell you, I had a really, really horrible week after that. And now they're just running around. And I'm like, please move. I just want to make a piece of toast and you're in my way. And I open a cabinet and it's just like, oh, hey, cricket that I can't kick out of my house. Can you please just leave? I don't want to kick you out. I just want to ask you nicely to leave. My house is just infested with crickets.
I would imagine this group of individuals
You
up here,
can't make this sound.
it's pretty current on all the great things that are happening in this country. I'm seeing something. You are 100% right there, Big Pimpin', that they all vote.
They all vote.
Noticing that they're all coming from a certain platform.
Yeah. Well, here's one. Now, this is 3 minutes and 47 seconds. Okay.
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 But
Please,
it's
God,
epic. Oh, it's classic.
Please, God, listen to it very closely.
Brace yourself.
Don't fall out of your chair because I can't get to you in time.
Yeah.
Okay? All right, here we go.
Now, Donna, you got quite the vent today. It sounds like what's going on with you.
Well, I wanted to voice my opinion on something that's been bothering me for a really long time.
Okay.
I tried writing the newspaper and contacting TV stations, but nobody seems to want to help me with this. So that's why I'm calling you guys.
What's the issue?
Well, over the past few years, I've been involved in 3 separate car accidents involving deer.
Mm-hmm.
With the population and everything. Each of these incidents, they've occurred shortly after I saw a deer crossing sign on the highway. Well, my frustration is that Minnesota and North Dakota Departments of Transportation would allow these deer crossings to be in such high traffic areas. I mean, I've even seen them on the interstate. Why are we encouraging deer to cross at the interstate? I don't get it. That's such a high traffic area. I mean,
I
understand that deer are wild animals and they need to travel across the streets occasionally to survive and, of course, to find food, but it seems to me that so irresponsible of us to allow these deer crossings to be in areas where these deer are so likely to be struck by oncoming traffic. I mean, wouldn't you agree?
I
mean, it's just, I mean, you think they would put deer crossings maybe, in, smaller towns, maybe during at a school crossing. It would be a safer place for them to cross. Put the deer crossing sign.
Deer crossings aren't telling deer that it's safe to cross there. It's just more of like an alert for drivers so they know it's like a high deer population.
The government put the deer crossings there. They can direct the deer population anywhere they want to by moving that deer crossing sign. I mean, why in the world would they place it on the highway or the interstate? I mean, God, there are so many other places I can think of than putting the deer crossing signs on busy highways and interstates.
You seem to be under the misunderstanding that the deer are somehow attracted to the deer crossing sign.
Well, yeah, the deer crossing sign is there to allow the deer to know that's where they need to cross.
Right. And all these car accidents you had involved a deer after you'd saw a deer crossing sign.
Exactly. I mean, I'm trying to watch out for the deer, but I mean, speed limit's 55, 65. How am I supposed to, you can't brake really quick if if the deer just is crossing in that deer crossing area.
So you'd like to see these signs move somewhere safer?
Right. If we can move them, don't put deer crossing signs on the interstate or freeways. Put them in lower traffic areas. Somewhere where the speed limit's a lot slower. Maybe small towns. I don't know. I think school crossings is a good idea.
Well, listen, we will. You say you've tried to contact quite a few people about this.
Right, yeah. I wrote at least 3 or 4 letters, and
we will spread the word. Okay, we will try to kind of help you raise some awareness for this issue. Okay.
Oh, thank you. We need to move those deer crossing signs.
We appreciate your comment this morning.
All right, thanks.
Bye.
She voted.
I think they all came out of the same gene pool.
The funniest part about that, though, is the female, who you never heard of until one point, she tried to come in and talk lady to lady to her, right? Make it make sense. And it still good. That ain't right. So see, I did my research and got a whole family tree going on.
Yeah,
right here. And they're all related. They gotta be. All right. Here's one I played last week. I'm gonna play it again because Vincent, he looks like a funny guy. Likes comedy.
Y'all remember David Koresh? Y'all remember him? That dude was in Waco, Texas, telling everybody he was Jesus. He had people believing he was Jesus. I knew he wasn't Jesus until I saw him. He was wearing glasses. I'm just saying, I don't know about you, but my Lord and Savior did not need corrective lenses. That's all I'm trying to say. Jesus coming back for his people, but he ain't gonna stop at the mall and get his glasses at Lens Crafters in about an hour. He ain't gonna do it like that. He can fit his own eyeballs, you know what I'm saying? He was just coming back to get us. Come on, we're going back to heaven. Let's go. He was like, hold up, I think I got glaucoma. I'm good, keep walking, keep walking.
Oh, I don't know. I think we're all going to a couple places we shouldn't be. All right, here's another. Here's another. I don't know. You just listen to this.
What country is Mount Rushmore located in?
I don't know.
Are you an American?
Yeah.
American. Do you think if we had stricter gun control laws that Lee Harvey Oswald would not have been able to shoot Jesus, or would he have still used a gun on the black market?
He still would have used a gun.
He still would have been able to get a gun to shoot Jesus?
Yeah, absolutely.
As you probably saw on the news or heard today, President Kennedy passed away this morning at the age of 87. Any thoughts on what he left behind, the legacy for California?
Thought Kennedy was a great president. I studied him in my history class, and
you going to be watching the funeral services at all?
I probably will. Yeah, most likely. He's one of my favorite presidents.
How did you first hear about the news?
Just woke up, checked my phone on my email, and I saw that and couldn't believe it.
It's over. We are screwed.
I feel so bad right now because that was filmed in my hometown of Oceanside, California. Oh, wow. I'm so glad I'm on the East Coast now.
All right, Carol, Vincent, you remember that lady cop who, what's a polite word to say? Ladied her way to the top?
Very promiscuously.
Promiscuously, there you go. There you go.
Accelerated
That's
to
why,
the top.
That's why you're my brother. I love you, man. I got her intro video. Okay, here we go. Here's an intro.
This is former police officer Megan Hall, who was eager to show up to the job every day and grinded herself from the bottom to the top. And her husband, who supported her through long and hard days when she would come home sore and exhausted. An outstanding example of a young woman on the force.
May the force be with you.
And it was. The force was with her. In her, around her.
I wonder if they wanted to know if she was watertight at all.
All right. Like President Biden or not like President Biden, sometimes when he talks, you need an interpreter. Okay. And, well, ask him a question then.
Classified material next to your Corvette. What were you thinking?
In his defense, and I'm actually saying in his defense, he's 175 years old. Doesn't know what he ate for breakfast. How do we expect this man to keep classified documents under control? And I mean,
This guy's carrying the football.
Yeah, but my question is, what's the Corvette, though? Really? Corvette?
He's still allowed to drive?
That's very, I mean, yeah, the classified documents, they're a big issue, but you hit the nail on the head. Why is he allowed to drive?
Yeah. I mean,
like, there are so many.
I want to know the answer. Who let this man drive? I need to see this person out back.
Very fair. Very
The
fair.
person who gave you the test and it's your license. We need to have a talk. Come on over here.
Yeah.
And,
And then we'll get to the
question.
documents. He might forget if it was today was pants day. Like, hey, is today pants day? Did I forget the pants? Or like, you know, it happens.
Well, it should go depend. It probably goes classified documents, depends, pants, socks.
And he when you just said that, what he thought was it depends upon me wearing pants and half socks.
Probably, yes.
It depends.
Yeah.
Okay, I got
Now, was his Corvette gas operated or
no? That son of a bitch is gas. Okay, that thing's gas. I ain't gonna put no.
It's 53.
He might not put the gas in the tank,
Inquiring minds wanted to know.
But I guarantee you, because he was doing, I seen him doing donuts on it. I don't know.
And no pun intended. It's hunter green in color.
Are we still live? We're still live. Yeah, they killed the shit. Okay.
No, they shut us down.
Now, ladies, the shoe's on the other foot now.
Uh-oh.
All that complaining and whining I heard y'all do. This is for us men.
I took my wife to the lumber store so she can see what it's like when I go shopping with her.
You know,
there are so many things to say about that I think they're just better off not being
said.
There are so many things to say about that, but
well, since I'm a comedian and I have no filter, I'll say something. I'll say a couple things. Women think it's funny to give us a list, send us to the grocery store, and then turn off their phone and say they got to learn. Okay, I'm gonna make a list of auto parts stuff. Send you to the auto parts store. I'm going fishing. You got to learn. Ain't like that. Oh yeah, sweetheart, I love you, baby. I don't mean anything I said on here. This is just jokes, okay?
It's all in good fun, right?
Yeah. Well, I married a redhead, and how I tell my wife gets mad because her hair is like auburn, right? And it's auburn most of the time, so I'm doing good. But when that thing starts getting red and turns orange, my ass is in trouble. Okay, I'm 6 foot, bench press well over 300 pounds, a former MMA fighter in the Marine. I ain't scared of shit. Okay, I mean, they measure how big I am by the police station. Who was running the tape measure that day? When her hair gets orange, I'm nervous. I break out in a sweat. 2 drops of pee come out. Okay. Woo! Yeah. Thank God she calms down pretty quick. All right. Here's one for you. Check this out.
Let me finish the clip, because you're gonna hear a woman that ain't got no sense say this.
But women do that.
Absolutely.
They take advantage of the situation.
But I think when you look at a bill of a mother who's charging things using child support money, moms also deserve to be able to take care of themselves and to be able to spend on themselves. Like, if a mom is going to the gym, she needs to get a workout in and she needs to feel good about herself. If a mom is going to go get a drink with child support money, she should get that drink. It's really...
Now let's explain this. Imagine if the roles were reversed, and I'll let y'all watch the rest of the clip. The rest of the women were logical. Another woman came back. She was very logical, but this woman. Now imagine if like as a man, you have to pay child support. Now just imagine if I said, well, I had to dip into that child support to get my hair cut because I need to be taken care of too. So the money that was going to my son, I actually took a little bit for me because I needed to buy some shoes. I need to go get some drinks with my boys. I work hard for this money. I deserve to take this money and buy something with it. Nobody on planet Earth thinks that makes any sense. Man, you don't have no right to that money. You're supposed to be supporting a child with that money. You don't take that money, get your hair cut, and go get you some whiskey. But a woman can say that, and that makes total sense to her. That the money comes in and she should be able to use money to go and have a mimosa on the weekend and go to the gym and get her eyelashes done. No, that's what you do with your money.
The funny thing about all that, there's a lot of women clapping. A lot of them clapping, agree with her.
We tried to reach out to the man who died in this pursuit. They were unavailable for comment. Micah, back to you.
God, that never gets old.
Yeah, it's funny. So, Carol, that last little bit you heard, not the dead man thing, but the other one. How do you feel about that child support from a woman's perspective?
So I will put the disclaimer. I'm kind of weird.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah, me. I guess because I've been around men and working with men all my life, I do feel like men get short-changed sometimes. So you're giving your money in good faith for the child. So I have custody of we have our custody of our stepdaughter. That money goes into an account for her. But if somebody needs help, then yeah, go ahead and take the money out. But no, I don't agree with a lot of women. And I don't agree with a lot of women taking men to court all the time to get more and more and more. That's no.
Yeah, that's one of the problems I ran into. Here's the deal. Child support is so damn efficient, whether good or bad. Okay. It don't take them long. It don't take them 10 to 12 years to find you, get the money out of you. Right. So I don't want to hear nobody cry, the law enforcement crying no more. I can't find a guy. I can't find this guy. He's been missing for 3 years. Oh yeah. Give his date of birth, social security number to the Child Support Administration. Now I haven't found in 10 damn minutes where he works at, what he's wearing, what he's currently doing right now. Okay.
Yeah.
And wanting to go ahead, can we garnish his wage while we're at it? Yeah.
And snatch his paycheck at the gate.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to offend nobody when I say this, but my uncle says that I can't put this any other way. My uncle says the child support is run by a bunch of lesbians because they hate men. I don't necessarily agree with that, but I guarantee you. Now, they have their flaws because when my son finally went off, when he turned 21, went on child support, 8 months later, they're still threatening to garnish my check, getting money out of me, going to send somebody after me. 8 months later, I had to end up getting rude with them and had to prosecute attorney child support, or the child support prosecuting attorney, call on my behalf. That's rare to have them call on my behalf. She finally called and said, "What the hell are you guys doing?" He was about to be 22 by the time they finished all this. And they're like, "Well, this division is not a fit with this division. It takes us a while. It takes you a while. Turn the hell around. Hey, this guy's done. Don't call no more." Come on.
I just want to let you know something. I raised 4 kids on my own and I didn't go after child support. I didn't ask for child support.
Well, good for you. Good for you. Good for you. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't have.
Right. No,
if it was owed to you, get yourself.
But here's the thing. My husband was in the military. He was an enlisted man. And when we got divorced, I look at the amount that they wanted to take from him. And I'm like, he's got to live. I mean,
yeah.
He's got a apartment to rent. He's got to feed himself. So
and he had to have 2 jobs. 2 jobs to cover child support. And then they complain, "Well, you're not seeing your child enough." What the heck? I can't come see him at midnight when I get off work. He's already in bed. What the hell you want me to do?
Right.
So, all right.
I was always a firm believer that if you're going to pay in the child support, that the money should go to the child. And so you buy for the child and turn the receipts back into the court to show where the money went.
Oh, you know how much backlash come from that?
Yeah, I know.
Oh man. All right, we're gonna do one more. Then Doc's. We're gonna do our Dummy of the Week segment. Okay. All right. Here's a little Bernie Mac for y'all.
Okay.
A little comedy from Bernie Mac.
White folks go fishing on the weekends.
Steve Harvey. My bad. Steve Harvey. My bad.
White folks go fishing on the weekends. Oh, I'm talking really fishing. White folks got boats, extra rods and reels in case some friends come along. They got lures and they be all over the lake just finding fish. They got radar, tell them how deep the water is, how many fish up under the boat, where the rocks and all that. Oh, white folks got everything. Be all over the lake fishing. Your ass is fishing, but ain't the same. Nah, your ass is sitting on the bank on a bucket with a cane pole, staring at some little red and white ball on top of the water, just looking at it hour on hour. I hate to break it to you, that ain't fishing. Your ass is hoping.
He's most correct. Love that guy. Love all them guys, man. Love them all. Okay.
That's why I don't catch much, because I'm sitting on a bucket on the bank.
That's you can relate to that, yeah. All right, guys. Okay. Now we're going to do a W of the Week. Now I'm not responsible for anything you heard, and these are not made up stories. These are actual factual things. And we came out of started our segment this year with a guy robbing. You can't make this up. He went into Walmart and tried to rob it with 40 plus law enforcement officials. Okay. They were doing Toys for Tots. He robbed Walmart. Although when you walk up, I'm sure all the cop cars are all parked up front. That's a dead giveaway. Something's happening in this area right here. The criminals need to go. No, this jackass. Cut over.
Yep.
Even dummy of the week. Another dummy of the week. I can't even say this one. The next dummy of the week was the
butthole tickling bandit.
Butthole tickling bandit. He would rob you and then
tickle your butthole on the way out the door.
Okay. And so
I gave you I did a twofer last week.
Yeah, and they did two last week. So this week we're gonna gotta show you, you big dummy. You gotta show you Red Fox there. All right. If you dare, sir.
All righty.
I'll know what it looks like. I'll show the first one.
That's what he did.
That's the tractor he was chasing.
Yep. So it's a good one when it involves a tractor.
Yeah, it doesn't show me high-speed chase on a tractor. There's nothing high-speed about a tractor.
No. Especially on a 73 John Deere.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Here we go. Go ahead.
All righty.
Second.
So this happened January 18th, 2023 in Boone, North Carolina, where I had just moved from. So approximately at 9:25 in the morning, yes, you heard that right. At 9:25 in the morning, the Watauga County 911 Center.
Hold on just a second, Devil Dog. Vincent, I got your message, brother. You can hang around or you can leave. I understand you got to pick up kid. Thank you very much for coming on and joining us. Dan, we appreciate it. You are welcome. You have an open invite whenever you want to come on.
Anytime.
And if you want to share anything, I'll give you access to my to our webpage on Facebook, WO Entertainment. And if you want to post stuff on there, anytime you want to post something on there, you're going to have the ability to do so.
I want to thank yourself, Big Pimpin', Commander Devil Doc. I get the joy of and pleasure of seeing Carol almost every day and working with her. I want to thank you all for having me. Thank all of your audience. Love the interactive, love the connectivity, love the support for veterans. That's what makes this country so amazing. And all those TikToks of all of our fellow countrymen, love those people as well, because man, they give us some good things to talk about. You have to go around and do the dad thing, but I appreciate it as always. And I, be careful. I'm leaving you with the wild one there. You guys got Carol, so you guys are all on your own.
Okay.
All right, brother. You take care.
Take care now.
May the great spirit bless you and keep you and his face shine upon you. Don't dog away.
Thank you very much.
Take care, brother.
All right, brother.
All right. Sorry, Devil Dog. Go ahead, bro. I just said he was leaving.
9 o'clock in the morning.
Okay. Yeah. So at approximately 9:25 in the morning, the Watauga County 911 Center received multiple calls of a male on a John Deere tractor.
George Jones.
Trying to strike down pedestrians and vehicles within the vicinity of U.S. Highway 421 South in Boone, North Carolina. Well, it gets a lot better after that. After there were more phone calls, not only did the Boone police force show up, but the Watauga Sheriff's Department showed up. Yes. So that meant all 6 cops in Boone, North Carolina were really busy.
6 cops.
Don't ask me how I know that. So when they come across the tractor, he is at Three Forks Baptist Church in the parking lot doing donuts with the tractor.
Hold on. How the hell is that possible? It doesn't go very fast.
Just lock up one side of the brake.
Okay. Yeah. Must be dual brake pedal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, upon the third donut, he took out part of the church.
You think?
So now he's proceeded to do or think he can elude the police on his tractor. So now he's back down US Highway 421 South in a very, very low speed pursuit.
What is he, O.J. Simpson?
No, it's just him. AC's hanging back. AC didn't come on this one.
Okay.
So then, upon trying to take out cars coming for him, or other police officers trying to come within him, or anybody walking on either side of the road who's just walking on the side of the road, they almost got hit. The idiot jumps out of the tractor
While it's moving. Oh.
while it's moving
Oh, Christ. Here we go.
and brandishes out a Bowie knife. And upon brandishing out the Bowie knife, he gets tased. Well, come further along, they arrest Mr. Hicks. He's taken into custody. The high speed pursuit, which was actually dubbed the low speed pursuit, broke
High speed, nothing.
broke 20 miles an hour.
Oh, wow. Oh,
I know guys can run faster than that.
Yes. 2 of them are quarterbacks. Well, thankfully, the one Boone police officer that tased him wasn't struck with the knife. The idiot himself had a lot of damage. The tractor was completely dismantled because they threw the stop sticks down and it took out the front tires.
You think?
Yes. But the cops were actually shocked that it didn't do crap to the back tires. Wow.
oh.
These must have been high school students that were in the police force that day. So, Mr. Hicks was placed under a $50,000 secured bond. He was arrested for felonious fleeing to elude arrest, felonious assault with a deadly weapon on a government official, misdemeanor driving while impaired,
Okay.
misdemeanor resisting a public officer, misdemeanor reckless driving in a tractor.
You don't say.
Oh, multiple driving infractions left of center. And according to the officials for both the police department and the sheriff office, there are more charges pending. Yes. And I came across this one because I watched Marty and McGee on ESPN, and it made the Hillbilly News. And sometimes some of these little segments they do from Hillbilly News, they kind of tweak.
Mm-hmm.
No, this was the straight, real. I was like, oh, wow. Yep. New dummy. Wait till you see the guy's picture.
All right, you guys. I apologize ahead of time for this guy. I'm sorry.
That was funny. Sorry.
He looks like he's high on Jesus. Okay. He better be religious because he's got a lot of shit depending on his ass.
At least he wasn't wearing glasses.
No.
It's David
He
Koresh's
forgot to
little
stop
brother.
at Vision Works.
Yeah.
There's
One
not
hour,
one.
I'm
In,
just saying.
there's not one in Boone. You got to go to Johnson City.
BK said the tractor guy. Ah, that was funny.
The tracker guy. Yeah. All right.
Okay, the new dummy.
All right.
Drum roll. There we go.
What do we got to do? Oh, yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it today in history.
Today in history.
All right. This takes me a second. I got to do some type of special thing here to get it where everybody can see it.
Okay.
And you know how this thing likes to work so bad. It just can't help itself. All right, let's go over a couple of these right here. I don't know if y'all can. There you go.
Aha.
All right, let's go over to this day, January 24th in history. Apple Computer places the Macintosh personal computer on sale in the United States. That's 1984. In 1986, on this day, the Voyager 2 space probe makes its closest approach to Uranus. I thought that was toilet paper. I don't know. In 1987, about 20,000 protesters marched in a civil rights demonstration in Forsyth County, Georgia, United States. 1990, Japan launches Hitten, the country's first lunar probe, the first robotic lunar probe since the Soviet Union's Lunar 24 in 1976, and the first lunar probe launched by a country other than the Soviet Union or the United States of these fine Americans. Okay. That, ladies and gentlemen, is this day in history.
Did not know.
And that's the way it was.
That's the way it was. And if you don't like it, well, it's still the way it was. Okay.
We report, you decide.
Well, if you're relying on us to report something. Yeah. All right. Our next segment is one of our most popular segments. It's called Pimp's Pet. Okay. I am now going to show you
a roly-poly on steroids.
It's called a armadillo lizard. The armadillo lizard.
He can be armor whatever he wants to be.
Yeah, he could just do whatever.
Yeah, I'm getting out of his way.
Yeah, he wants fed, feed him.
Mm-hmm.
It says the armadillo lizard is from South Africa. You know what? Sometimes things don't look like they're from there. He looks like a South African creature.
Mm-hmm.
He just does. It just something about that, you know. Enigmatic to the northern and western Cape provinces of South Africa, the lizard reminds us of nothing more than a tiny dragon. Okay, this resemblance is especially pronounced when they roll themselves up to protect themselves from danger, the behavior that earned them their name. Another interesting fact about the armadillo girded lizards is that they are one of the fewest lizard species who give birth to live young, and there's some evidence that the females may actually feed her young, which is even more uncommon. And that's your Pimp's Pet.
Okay.
Let me erase that out of here.
Thank you, Pimp.
Yeah, I would have that. That would be something I would have.
I got a nephew that would love to have that as a pet in his house. He has all kinds of little critters.
Look at Billy Ray Cyrus, tractor guy. Hillbilly Jesus. Yeah.
Thinks my tractor's sexy.
That's just right. The reporter who wrote that article, I have a big problem with it. Don't be using the word high-speed chase when you're using an old tractor. That is inaccurate reporting. That's like bull. He is not high-speed nothing. I mean, what was he? He's exceeding the speed of smell.
Why didn't they? Why didn't they?
Hey, for a tractor, that was high speed.
Okay.
I'm an old farm boy. Why didn't you just crawl up on the back of that tractor and shut it off? It's not like they were going that fast.
Do me a flavor. Do me a flavor. Okay, we're gonna do a little trivia. And anybody, Carol, you can answer it. Here's what's up for grabs today.
Okay.
25 entries into the mystery box. 25 entries into the mystery box. What the mystery box is, Carol, it's a box that we build up all year long. We put swag in it, useful things. Some things ain't useless. Hell, I put crayons in there one time for the Marines so we can have something to eat on it, right? Whatever people donate, I put some of my comedy shirts in there, have my logo on them, whatever. And I give it away every November at Veterans Day weekend. Okay. We used to call Warrior Fest, but I'm switching around. So that's what's up for grabs, right? And it's the thing. Dean Cerny's won it twice. Josh Crazer won it, the very first one. Denise, whatever last time she won one. Okay, so they are. I'll mail it to you. If you don't come to the event, I have to. If you don't come into it, I'll reach in my pocket and mail it to you. Okay. So here we go. 3 dogs died on a Titanic. Or excuse me, 3 dogs survived. Only 3 dogs survived on a Titanic. What were they? Dean Cerny got a drug test. Yeah, I remember that. I threw a drug test in there. I wasn't trying to tell him anything. I was just, you got an interview. Take this. Three dogs survived the Titanic with Rose and Jack. Okay. What were they? Okay, here we ding 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 ding. We have a winner.
I don't think
2 Pomeranians and a Pekingese. Dean Cerny, same thing. 2 Poms and a Pekingese. All right, Dean and Show Mom, I'll give you both the 25 because the timestamp is very close. Yes, that's true. 2 Pomeranians and a Pekingese. If you want to see them, go online, look them up. They look like 2 Poms and a Pekingese. The whole photo.
And one of them was from the unsinkable Molly Brown.
Yeah, Jack and Rose never had any of them.
the Pekingese.
Who won it? Oh,
From
Showmo.
the unthinkable Molly Brown.
Showmo. Got that one. And then Dean. Okay. All right, guys. That's was your trivia. Moving right along. Yeah. Okay, let's do let's do our other topic here. All right, we got one more topic.
Does that make the Titanic movie a movie blooper because they didn't show the dogs?
Yeah, I think that's historically inaccurate.
Yeah.
That is
Although I gotta say something about that movie. I gotta say something about the movie. The guy that played that captain,
Yeah.
he looked awful eerie close to the,
Yeah,
to the
he
real
did.
one.
He really
Have
did.
you ever looked that up?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Whoa, I'm like,
Whoa, that's creepy.
holy hell. He was one of the best. Whoever did his makeup,
They had a peg.
they did a great job. I looked at him like, I wonder how close he is. Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
That's before James Cameron, lost his mind.
He did. It was a good movie. It really was. All right. Topic number 2. You are given $25,000 and a plane ticket to anywhere in the world, but you have to leave tonight. Where are you going? Double Doc, brother, you start first this one.
Well, $25,000, a plane ticket, and I'm on a plane, right?
Yeah.
Well, I can guarantee you wherever I'm going, I'm selling the plane the minute I landed. I'm going to have a lot more than $25,000. I would probably go.
I don't think you own a plane. Let me see. It says you're given and a plane ticket. Yeah, you don't get the plane.
You get
You only get the
Well,
ticket.
if I'm the only one on the plane, I've already worked out a deal on eBay. So the minute that thing lands, it's been sold.
Amazon knocking on your door.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to somewhere probably like Fiji or Tahiti.
I haven't heard Fiji in a while. Have you ever heard Fiji in a while? I've heard that. I heard Fiji.
Or
in a while.
Costa Rica.
Costa Rica. Okay.
Or New Zealand.
Oh, wow.
Take them a while to find me.
I didn't say you had to be a criminal. I just said
Well,
25 grand.
I know, but I'd make sure if I got 25 grand in a plane ticket, I did something stupid so they can't find me the next day.
There you go.
All right. Commander?
Holy Land.
Okay.
I don't even have to think about that one.
Okay.
It's on the bucket list.
Well, that's just free money for you anyway. Yeah. Okay. All right. Guest, Carol, what do you say?
Iceland.
Iceland.
You never got to go there while you were active duty? You aren't missing much.
I want to see the Northern Lights. I can either there or Alaska, but I prefer to go to Iceland.
They are great. I have seen
That's
the
on my
Northern
bucket
Lights.
list. I want, and my brother, and I want to see the clear ice and all that. My brother, it was the last trip my dad went before he passed away with my mom. So I want to do something he did. Yep.
I've been all over the world. Israel, Spain, Greece. Been all over the military. I've been over to them other countries. I don't know. I think probably where I'd like to go is probably Ukraine. And I would love to put on a comedy show for their veterans, because I know they got some men and women over there that are all messed up and stuff. You know, they had to pay me for this one, though. I can't do everything for free. I haven't got any money. But, you know, go over and I'll take it 25. Me, Richard Montano, and Typhoon Panda. We'll go over and put on a freaking show over there for them.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
And that'd be what I do.
They could use it.
They use a lot of things.
Yes, they can.
And you know something, the Russians, their civilians over there that they need some things too. You know, they're going to need it because a lot of the Russian people don't want to be there. Nope. So show mom. Denise said I saw Northern Lights in Alaska.
Yep, that's where I saw mine.
Yeah.
We were up there for winter warfare training.
I've been to Whidbey Island too. I lived in Washington for many years.
Yeah. Okay. If I was dating my wife, or my second wife, a very beautiful woman, she says, "Where do you think we want to go on our honeymoon?" I said, "Carlo, Missouri." If you know about Carlo, there's like what 6 people in Carlo. And I know
that counts the dog.
Yeah, that's right. See, I lived in a town in Jamesport, Missouri. It's got a heavy Amish population. I'm not Amish, I'm native, but anyway, I grew up there, and we go over to Carlo, drive through it. If it wasn't for the curve in the road, you'd miss the damn town. I don't even leave the town. That's more like a village.
Yeah.
Okay. She's like, no. Okay, you said throw something out there now. I mean, you can't be like that. Yeah. Dean said, it's a Navy thing. All right.
It's a Navy thing.
All right.
Yep.
What Mom say here? It's not the end of the world, but you can see it.
It's pretty close.
It's there.
I was this close to getting stationed there.
In Alaska?
Adak,
Alaska?
You're like 20 minutes from Russia.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and when it freezes in the wintertime, you can
walk
across.
over. Yeah.
Yep. Sure can.
All right, we're going to do
very tip of the Aleutians up in there.
We're going to do our one of our last segments, and we'll get back on another topic here. This segment I started last year, and it's really taking off. People love this segment. This is a sad segment. Okay.
Yes.
It's a sad segment, but we do it on here because we want to help people, and it's called Missing Persons. Okay. And I'll read this to you, and you guys can, if you got any information, try to help them out. Here's some pictures of his name's Brandon Abbott. Okay, Brandon Abbott. Here's some photos of what it looks like. Young man, what do you say? Maybe want to guess how old he is real quick before I tell you?
Probably 17.
16.
I'm saying he's like 13.
All right, here we go. Date of birth was January 4th, 2007. Hair brown, eyes hazel, 5'6", 107 pounds, male. The guy man, his race is white. Brandon has braces on his teeth. It's pretty evident in the pictures. Braces on his teeth. Details: the San Francisco division of the FBI and the Pleasant Hill Police Department in California are seeking assistance from the public to locate Brandon Abbott. Brandon was missing from his residence in Pleasant Hill, California, sometime between 10 p.m. and Sunday, June 16th, 2022, and 9 a.m. on Monday, January 17th, 2022. He has not been seen or heard from since his disappearance. Anyone got any tips and any information regarding the whereabouts of Brandon Abbott is asked at the FBI San Francisco field office at 415-553-7400 or Pleasant Hill Police Department at 925-288-4600. You may also contact your local FBI office, the nearest American Embassy consulate, or you can submit a tip online at tips.fbi.gov. Tips can remain anonymous. Field office, San Francisco. There he is. One more time. Be look at him. Guys, if you have any information for the family, they'd sure like to help.
Yeah.
The good thing here on here, we did a one of these earlier in the year. Maybe it was last year. And Devil Doc was looking on his phone at the same time. And come to find out, the lady that we had on here missing, she was found.
She was found, yeah.
She's already found. Weird circumstances. We don't know what happened to her, but they found her and she was alive. So
I think that was back in October last year.
Yeah, it might have been. Now, it wasn't from us.
No.
But I'm glad we could help him out, put the word out there for him. And
that young lady was in California, I think.
Mexico.
Mexico.
They found her in Mexico. Yeah.
She was unaware of what happened to her. So
yes, that's right. BJ's grandfather was stationed in the Aleutian Islands.
Is that right?
At the end of World War II. Yep.
There you go. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we've covered about everything we have to cover.
I think so.
On the topics wise, I'll get a little information. First, I want to thank the Veterans Community Project, man, for coming on. You guys, we just love you guys. You guys have an open invite to come on anytime you want to.
Thank you.
And if you want to come on besides Vinny, go ahead. I'm just kidding. You come on here and talk and listen. If you got something you want to push, this is your platform for you to come and push. Guys, tune in next week. Miss Tracy Hopkins is back.
Oh, yes.
Tracy Hopkins is a lady who started this group for victims of suicide. After the person commits suicide, things she does or ideas she gives you to help cope. She doesn't try to fix you.
Right.
That is one major issue, guys. Always remember that. Don't try to fix them. Man, Devil Dog, that's a great saying, man. I got that off of you. Thank you for that. That's well put. She doesn't try to fix somebody. She assists. Lets them talk. She either does it by Zoom, a private conversation, or you can Zoom in a group. Okay. But you don't have to leave your house. Anyway, I don't give away too much. She'll be here next week. She's a friend of the show. This is her second time coming on. We had her on in November last year. Great lady. I'm excited to have her come on. All right. And then coming up in February, I'm booking up quick. We got Funny Man, my buddy, David Scott, comedian's coming in.
Oh, David's coming back.
He's coming in studio with us.
Right.
Yeah, he's coming here in studio in Cameron, right? All the way from North Kansas City. He's coming here in studio. And also that same day, Pete Barlow, who turned into comedian, he used to do a comic called G.I. Low. G.I. Low. Great dude. He's a very smart, analytical nerd. Okay. And some of his friends like to say that to him. And he fits the bill of a nerd. Poindexter look and everything. Right? Great guy. He's going to be on here also. So we have him on screen, Dave Scott in studio, and me, 3 comedians. Something may be said. Okay, something may be said. He's an upstart comedian, so anything we can do, yeah. You might have to rein me in.
Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, asshole, quit. So he's going to be there. And then we got a gentleman coming on. I secured him a couple of days ago to come on. He helps veterans. He helps anybody, but veterans too, whether it's body, mental, or hypnotize you. Whatever he's got, whatever this man can do to help you guys not commit suicide, help your body feel better. Because, I mean, let's face it, if you feel better, you act better.
Yep.
You make proper decisions. And so these are some of the things I got coming up before we got coming up in February that we're going to have on the show. We'll talk to the guys. So, yeah, Devil Doc, he's going to be with us. These are interesting people. You don't want to miss out. That's what we got coming up. If you're not a member right now, go over to YouTube, hit like and subscribe.
There you go.
Hit like and subscribe. That way, every time I come live, your bell will go off. Okay, we'll be on there. If you're on Facebook, thank you for joining us on Facebook. Thank you guys on VRS. Hit like. I don't know if you can subscribe or not. Alert. I think if you hit like, it'll alert you anyway.
It'll alert you anyway. Yeah, it should.
Yeah. Okay, so VRS, BV Nation, our brothers and sisters over there, we love you guys. We're broadcasting on them as well. Same thing. Hit the like button and give some hearts, give some things. So when we go live, it'll come on to you. You can sit back like every Tuesday night at 6 o'clock, listen to ours, beat our gums. Okay. And if you want any questions about any news or anything, go to our webpage at WO Entertainment Network, the WO Entertainment Network on Facebook. We put on upcoming shows. We put on any appointments that we got. Our executive producer, Blue Phoenix, she's also a cancer survivor. And she's got various things she's going to promote on there about different types of cancer. Cancer's terrible. Our host right here, Double Doc, he's stage 4?
Yeah.
Stage 4 cancer himself. And the guys are battling them. They're veterans. I got no doubt that they're going to beat them. They're veterans. So anyway, we got stuff like that. So we'll check everything out. If you're having a problem, real quick, hit 988. Call 988 if you can't get hold of a veteran. 988 is a good number to call. I know people called it and said, okay, it'll work. All right. And before we get to our closing thoughts, I want to say thank you to Operation Veterans Barbecue, to Matt Brooks. He's our sponsor. He takes care of our StreamYard so we can produce everything on here. He also takes care of our Spreaker. So we play music on Monday nights. Roy Anthony will be back Monday nights with his music and things. He's like a chill environment. He plays music. He talks. Plays a little comedy. Just, like a graduate conversation at your house. His shows will also be on Tuesdays and Thursdays again at noon. Tuesdays and Thursdays again for 1 hour. The Roy Anthony Show. I don't agree with his politics, but I take a bullet for him. He is not a veteran. The cool thing is, though, he'll go to bat for us. He loves veterans. I performed with him on stage many times. Proud to share the stage with him. Okay, he's a great guy. Democrat, but can't be perfect in every way. But and we love him. So Roy, if you're watching, brother,
overlook the small things.
Yeah, we overlook small things. But so catch Roy Anthony. He'll be back in February. All right, around the first week of February. That being said, Devil Doc, if you want to try to lead us here and give us a closing thought, please.
Well, just remember, always look out for the ones that are your strong ones. They're always quiet. They don't really ask for much. Just make sure they're doing okay. If somebody does reach out to you and is struggling and needs help, don't try and fix it.
I love that.
Just let them get it out. The more they get out, the better it is. And I'm speaking from firsthand experience. When it comes out, it's better. You don't want it to bottle up and go postal. You can't fix it. So just listen. And then after they're done, just suggest, hey, I'm going to be in the area. Let's go get some coffee. I'll get you out of the house. It's all you got to do. Get them out of their element. Best thing you can do. Even if they want to go have a beer with them. Don't let them have like 15, but let them have like
have 15 either.
A couple.
Yeah.
Also, if you can get somebody that's struggling to go through all 4 emotions, they're going to have a good day. And with that, unless you're a wagadoodle, a chomo, a Yankees fan, a Lakers fan, or a New York Rangers fan, or a Cowgirls fan, you're in good spirits.
All right. Commander?
That's great. Double Doc pretty well summed it all up right there. Just remember that you're important. You're not worthless. You have a purpose. You're needed. And be strong and ask for help. A strong person will ask for help.
Yeah.
So ask. Somebody out there will listen. Not going to fix your problems. Don't want to try and fix them, but we'll sure enough listen. And you get a hold of somebody. You talk to them. There's other veterans out there and other organizations. They will listen to you, and they will spend time with you and let you know just how important you are in this life.
Well said. Carol?
Just what I tell everybody, I got your back. No matter what, there's always someone that's got your back. If it's not me, it's someone, and you're not alone. We went in as a unit. We're going to go out as a unit. And that's what I believe, and that's the philosophy I go by.
Yep. Nobody left behind.
Nope. Not
All
on
right.
my watch.
There you go.
Well said. Thank you, Vincent Morales. Brother, I know you're listening to catch the end of this. Thank you for coming on. Like I told you before, open invite, brother. Anytime you want to come on. Carol, Man, it was glad to meet you.
Yes.
Same here.
We love meeting other veterans because I mean we can talk. We know what the hell we're saying. We can say how to you're like, yeah, I know.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I was there. Yeah,
been there. Yeah, done that.
Yeah, that's just how we are. I want to close the show just like I always do. You are not worthless. You have value.
Yes.
No matter what it is. There's things out there you can do that I can't do. I have things I can do that you can't do. The Great Spirit has gave me the ability to make people laugh. Let me make you laugh. Let me do that. I can't sing. You call me up wanting to sing, you're in trouble. Okay, I cannot sing. It's not like I'm killing a cat. Okay, I can imitate all these people and all these impressions, but I cannot sing a lick. All right, that's weird. I don't know how that's even possible. Anyway, call me up. Unless you're a child molester, we don't want to hear from you. Right? But we love you. We love everyone out there. See this right here? That's too many.
Yep.
That's too many.
Way too many.
As a good friend of mine says, I'd rather spend 3 hours talking to you on the phone instead of 30 minutes of your eulogy.
That's right.
Okay. And I'm going to be honest with you. You know, and I've said this to everybody. I hate it. I hate suicide. Okay. I have a problem with it. If you do it, this is wrong, but I think you're a coward.
Yep.
I do. I'm wrong. I know I'm wrong, but it's just how I feel. Okay. Because it's a selfish act. Don't do it. But I don't want you to do it. I want to keep you from doing it. So that being said, check me out on Sundays. I'm on Sports Church on the VRS network with Devil Doc. Football's heated up, guys. The playoffs are coming. We're talking about NFL. We're talking about baseball. Talking about college basketball. Pops has no idea what he's talking about. It's fun to listen to him. He's like, I don't know nothing about no
He's
college.
stuck in the weeds with that. It's hilarious.
It's hilarious as hell. We'll go to MMA. I'm a former MMA fighter, so I enjoy the session, and I have some useful tips about it because he's fight. So catch us on there. We'll be back Tuesday at 6. All right. To 8.
Oh, don't forget the bar on Saturdays.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, yeah.
Bar on Saturdays. You can sit at home, watch the bar. They talk about the silliest shit. So if you tune in, expect to have a good flowing topic. That ain't happening. Okay. They're veterans. A lot of us are scatterbrained. We go all around. We'll go all
We
around.
start with memes, and we don't know where we go from there because there's drinks and shots. There's crazy trivia that we don't know where it comes from and how we answer it. And sometimes Richie comes on and blesses us with his presence.
Sometimes I got a jar in my hand.
We don't know what's in that jar. We're not allowed to say out loud.
It's a secret recipe that I got. It's very tasty, by the way. People say. Anyway,
it's applesauce.
Yeah, we'll go with applesauce. Yeah,
the Walton's Christmas, the little old ladies.
Yeah, the recipe.
The recipe.
The recipe. Yeah,
it's the recipe.
If you need more,
we can make more recipe
on VRS. Check out all their channels, all the shows on VRS. Check out BV Nation. They got they play music Wednesday night. They play music Friday night on Spreaker. You can sit hands free, listen to them, and comment if you want to. So all that being said, guys, you know how we feel. We love you. Thank you all for tuning in as usual on all the platforms we got on here, 8, 9, whatever it is we advertise to. Thank you very much. And as I say in Cherokee, Osta Usvi Dona Dagahoy. That means good night until we meet again. I'm Richie Redneck Pimp King, bad man of comedy. On behalf of Devil Doc, my brother in arms here, a good friend of mine, Commander, and our special guest tonight, we say thank you. We love you guys. Please don't do anything that you shouldn't. And if you do, don't name it after me.
There you go.